had the opportunity of talking to him, understanding him, and he's come all the way. And I just told him one thing. I said, Lokesh, I need the people to get to know you a little better. So are we ready for a little intimate conversation with Lokesh? Because there's an X factor around him. The incredible thing about this Republic Summit, sorry for the long introduction, it's a bad habit. You know, I never end. At some point, you're going to have to tell me to keep quiet. The interesting thing about this Republic Summit, Lokesh, is that we have people who are not often on stage, but who are doing great things in this country. We have, after some time, we have Sudarshan Venu, who runs TVS, incredible company, global mobility, again, not very exposed on the national stage. We have Sridhar Vembu. I think he does great things at Zoho. We're going to get Professor Kamakoti, who's made IIT Madras into a center of bustling creative tech energy. And so, for me, I see all of this as part of a pattern. Lokesh, in your political journey, where are you placed right now? You know, I just want to start with a broad sweep. You had many years in politics. Can you tell us about where you stand right now? How would you describe the last 10 years? And what is your vision for the next 10?
For me personally, I think it's been a very exciting journey. As you rightly said, it's a journey and not a destination. So it's very unfair to say where do I stand right now in my political career. I believe that God willing, people blessing, I have another 40, 50 years of political career ahead of me as a person. Last decade has been rewarding. I've had the highest of highs, lowest of lows. I've taken my highs as I take my lows. I've taken my lows as I take my highs. And I've remained the same person, Lokesh. Nothing much has changed in that perspective. But what I see is an amazing opportunity for our nation. And I see that today, young leaders also should lead from the front, roll up their sleeves and actually get things done. And that is the role that I see playing as we go about in my political journey.
So as of now, what are you rolling up your sleeves and getting done? In that, what is that one big thing? Because from my conversations with you in the past, I've realized you're all about execution. And you're in a terrible hurry to get things done. So what is your target? What is that one project that you're rolling up your sleeves and getting done as of this minute? Lokesh.
There are multiple projects that I'm getting done. I think it's very unfair to say this is the single project, number one. Number two, my chief minister has a clear vision that Andhra Pradesh should be a $2.4 trillion economy by 2047. And for all of you here, you know, Naidu ji is a man in a hurry. So when you have a boss like that, it makes it exceptionally difficult to also match to his speed. And I'm in eager rush to actually match his speed in that sense. Saying that, I handle two important portfolios. One is the Bharat portfolio, which is education. The other one is India portfolio, which is to attract investments and create jobs. And I'm doing interesting work in that sense in actually these two portfolios, which will differentiate Andhra Pradesh as we go forward and really set a new benchmark for India.
So what is the target your boss has set for you?
Well, his point is very clear. We have to be a $2.4 trillion economy. That means we need to grow at 15% CAGR year on year as a state. That requires a lot of integration across departments. And as the chairman of group of ministers to create 2 million jobs in 5 years, our singular agenda with which I'm working today is actually to create jobs. That's what keeps me up. That's what keeps me driven day in, day out.
We just had Himanta Biswa Sarma earlier, and everybody's pushing for investment and more investment. What remains unique about Andhra as an investment destination, if any?
I'll give you the 3 S's. First is speed, second is stability, third is service. Just to give you a few numbers, Google project, which was briefly mentioned in the video, it's India's single largest FDI investment ever. This is in a data center. From handshake to shovel, 13 months. ArcelorMittal Greenfield Steel Plant, from handshake to shovel, 17 months. I'll give you another number. AMCA, which is India's attempt at building indigenous fighter jet, a stealth fighter jet, handshake to shovel, 37 days. So that is the speed that Andhra Pradesh stands for and differentiates. Second is stability. You know, our leadership has an amazing track record where his policies have stood the test of time and politics, and we have delivered on that. Third is service. I look at all the entrepreneurs, the industries as nation builders. You here create jobs. You build the nation. And I look at you with a lot of respect, and I'm here as a politician to serve and deliver on the promise. So these are the three S's that I believe is what is making Andhra Pradesh different from other states. And that is why today we're able to attract 25% of investments that are actually coming to India. 25%, single state. So that's what makes Andhra Pradesh different from any other state in India.
I'm going to ask a couple of more quick ones and then hand it over to Niranjan. You know, what is it that, if any, that differentiates Nara Lokesh, or your generation, I would say? What is different in the way that those of your age bracket look at the relationship between business and politics? See, we've seen in the last 3 decades of my journalistic career, I've seen a different relationship between business and politics 25 years back and today. Today, it is not parasitic. It is not patronage. It is not what we in India used to call the Jajmani system. It is not based only on personal deliverables. It is based on strict performance deliverables. So the straight question, and we would like to know, there are many people from business in the audience, would your generation or you personally look at the relationship between business and politics differently from those a generation older or 2 generations older? Do you see anything changing? And I'm not talking only in the context of your boss. His approach was very different. I'm talking about the traditional relationship between politics and business earlier and now. Thank you.
Yeah. Arnabji, after you spend a decade and a half or 2 decades with a leader, we all become a carbon copy of your leader. It's a culture that permeates. Day in, day out, when you're talking to your leader, exchanging ideas, the culture permeates. And in our, being a regional party, we've always had nation at heart. We came out policies that have helped the nation, and Andhra Pradesh got the first mover advantage. We've done that with data centers. We are doing that with few more sectors. So I believe that businessmen have an important role to play. They are nation builders. They create jobs. They are today building critical infrastructure. Saying that it's no longer just Andhra Pradesh vying for their rupee or their dollar. Every other state, I'm competing with every other state. And I'm differentiating myself with the 3 S's.